Good morning, welcome to another video. Today I want to make some music, but before I start, I want to go for a walk. That's one thing I notice a lot of people don't do, and especially producers who sit down all day. I never see him going out and walking and stuff. In fact, there were a few Nick Mira videos where I saw him, they were like playing football and stuff, which is cool. But yeah, I need to get out for a walk, and then when I get back, I can think about making music. That was actually a lie, because I did see Pario, I think that's his name. I'm sure I saw Pario doing push-ups and stuff in the studio and like at home and stuff. I haven't been watching these guys for years. In fact, because I've got because of this YouTube channel, I lost all the people I was following, so I've got to find Pario. I've got to try and find Nick Mira. If not, I can find him on Instagram and then get his YouTube. But yeah, let's get this walk done and then get some music made. Check out that view, man. The sun's out, I can hear the birds, the beach looks nice. Anyway, let's get going. Yeah, I think a lot of people put off exercise, and like for me it's really important. Like I have to get out, I have to walk, I have to stretch my legs. Like most of our testosterone, so for men, most of our testosterone is in our legs, and I believe if we don't get it out, we end up weird, we end up grumpy. Like all the guys in the UK, let me be honest, all the guys in the UK I know who are aggressive with their wives and shit and rude to women, none of them exercise. None of them go to gyms. None of them look after their bodies. None of them eat healthily. I don't see them eating vegetables. They're like limited toddlers to a degree, and they just won't. They don't eat normal foods. But anyway, forget about them. Let's enjoy this walk. So this is my new fun spot, Claremont Pier, and I'll go in there just to play the arcades and stuff. Not every day, but it's nice knowing it's local. And then the beach, it's a bit windy. The beach is straight over there, but we're gonna head up this way. This might be too windy for recording, I'm not sure. I just wanted you guys to see a bit of what I get to see when I come out in the mornings. Obviously before all the people wake up and come out, so I'll try and get my walks done pretty early at the weekend. It just saves me the stress. Either I have paranoia or people have like a staring issue in this town, and it's okay, but sometimes it gets a bit much and I get a bit stressed. Yeah, let's keep going up to the top. You'll also have to bear with me, I'm still getting used to this camera, so I've been using, oh shit, there's someone coming, one sec. Sorry, I don't want you in my stupid YouTube video. Have a good day. Yeah, I'm still getting used to this phone, I'm still getting used to the camera, etc. So I've used open camera, I've used Pro Shot, which I paid for. I've got all these different camera apps, but I'm warming to the idea of the internal camera app. So this is the most basic standard Sony cam. It's called Photography Pro. So it's not even really meant for filming, but I've recently started shooting with it. Hey little baby. Yeah, I've recently started filming with it. I don't want you in my stupid YouTube video. Yeah, and this seems to be pretty stable. Seems to be really good. There's people coming, and I don't want to keep filming people who don't want to be in the video. So I'll flip the camera back towards myself. But yeah, my walk usually goes on for around 45 minutes, sometimes an hour. I don't want to talk you guys' head off, so I'll take a couple shots and yeah, and then I'll start filming again when we get back to the room. I am getting a lot of people saying good morning, but I moved here October 2024 is when I came back, and the amount of people that give me dirty looks on a daily basis, it's like it's kind of put me off of saying hello to anyone, and I don't believe that's my fault. You know, I've done the best I can. I came here, I was taking loads of photography, doing loads of pictures, it's all on my Instagram. Every time I'd look up from my camera, people just giving me the evils or looking at me suspiciously, and that's on their part, that's not my fault, but it has made me feel a certain type of way. So I come out, I do my walks, but I do my walks by myself and for myself, and like one or two nice ones, unfortunately, doesn't make up for the thousands of others that give me dirty looks or look down on me or give me aggressive looks. And that's just my experience of this place. Like, the place is beautiful, like look at it, the place is nice, it's clean, there's no, you know, There's no kids screaming, or I'm not seeing any junkie needles on the floor or anything. But yeah, I'm very to myself. I live by myself. I cook for myself. I eat by myself. I work for myself. And the whole thing about friends, I think it's just all fake. There's no such real thing as friends. You know, everything. I mean, especially since coming back to the UK, Germany's different, but everything, in my experience in the UK, is purely transactional. So if someone loves you, they love you for what you can give them. They love you for the service that you'll give them at a cheaper price while they're smiling in your face and pretending to be nice to you. And I'm not saying this with anger, I'm not depressed or anything. But it's my truth. It's what I see as the truth. And yeah, you know, stay positive, do your stuff, get out and exercise, enjoy your life, go to the cinema, go to restaurants, blah, blah, blah. You know, if a friend invites you out, I'll still go out if someone invites me out. That said, I've had a few say, yeah, let's meet up, and then they cancel last minute, or they just go quiet. Because in this part of England, in East England, it's mostly mental health. It's mostly mental health issues, and you can get sucked up in it as well. You can get caught up in it. And I nearly did a few weeks ago with the doctors and stuff, but I had to say, no, man, I don't want none of that. You keep your little tablets and chemicals to yourself. And I can heal myself, I can fix myself with exercise. I can fix myself with decent food, with looking after myself. So from here, we've done concrete. We've walked all along the concrete. And then when we get to the end here, I walk across the stones. Then there's some gravel. Then there's some sand. I go down to the beach. Then I walk along the stones on the beach, because then that's stability, that's engaging your core. So I'm now having to do a real workout. And after that, I head back up the dunes. And then I end up coming back this way, but I end up coming back that way along the top. And then I head back home. So I've probably got about another 10-15 minutes of walking before I turn around. But yeah, it's a beautiful walk, and it is a beautiful place, and it's a nice area, and there's zero issue. Like, you know, the odd few dirty looks doesn't matter, because they're never going to do anything anyway. So it's not that much of an issue. That church has got a nice piano in it, but I've not asked to play it yet. Right, this gravel's probably going to get noisy, so I'll stop filming for a bit. Right, hopefully my voice comes through okay this time. I did just record this, but it came through really weird. I don't know why, it's as if the microphone wasn't working. Yeah, this section was so windy and noisy that I'm having to do a voiceover. This is just me walking down to the beach area. And I love this spot. I love this spot, man. This is like, I'd say this is my most restive part of this area. So I always head down to this side of the beach. And it's just peaceful, man. The camera looks as though it's like jittering, but it did that last time I made a voiceover. So I did a voiceover before on one of my videos, and it looks a bit crap, but then on playback it looked fine. And I was gonna say, the camera footage that I've seen so far while recording this has come out really nice. And I've been using, I think I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I've been using the standard Photography Pro app, and I'm using it for filming and for photos. So there's also Videography Pro, which is like a really intense, detailed videography app. And then there's Cinematic Pro, which gives you that 21:9, you know, letterbox view, and really good settings. Like the main videography apps, sorry, have what is it? One of them was apparently, it's simulating a camera that was used to make the Terminator. The other one simulates a camera used by James Cameron that was used for Avatar. Like Sony, I don't know how they've done this, but they've simulated it really well. I wanted to say, in this part of the video, there's a reason why I'm walking on these stones. So I've come away from the shore, and I've chosen where it's most difficult, because I'm engaging my core. So the whole point of this walk is actual physical exercise. You know, I've walked on sand. Sorry, I started on concrete. After the concrete, I've gone onto like the gravel area, then I've walked on some grass, then I've gone on a like sort of sandy cobbled bit, so a bit of sand, and then I head down to this part of the beach where it's stones, because you have to engage your core. So it's not just a walk, it is a workout. This is why I'm trying to get a couple of my friends to come out and try this walk with me, because I usually go a lot faster than this pace, and it really, really destroys your body. You know, we need to get that testosterone out. We need to get that out. It makes us nicer people. We have to exercise. You know, when people say to me, oh, what should I do for workouts and training, mate? I always say walking and push-ups. And they look at me like I'm an alien. And then they go and join the gym, which they don't maintain. You see, because they're that type of person anyway, which is why I said walking and push-ups. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. I love these boats, man. I love coming up this section. The camera actually looks okay. This is the wide angle lens, and I switch between wide angle, normal angle when I'm shooting. And then when I'm in selfie mode, it's just straight 16:9, but it's all recorded in 1080p. So I'm not using 4K. I'm not doing any of that stuff. I'm just keeping it. And yeah, that's about as exciting as my walk gets. But as I said, it's lovely out here. It's peaceful. It's peaceful, man. I do get annoyed with humans. I'm like an 8-year-old man where I've just had enough. So if somebody does something that I feel is untoward or awkward or weird behavior, like last Saturday or Sunday I was walking, and as I was nearly home, I see a group of people. One of them turned around and saw me. And then from then, it's constant neck twitching. You know, they keep turning around to stare at me like, bruh, you've seen a brown person, so what? And yeah, I don't want to blame an entire group of people for their behaviors. But people must remember that the Bible judges nations. So if we misbehaved and then we went through the curses, which the book says we would, I mean, in the two, let's imagine the Bible was real, and you go to Deuteronomy. Who went in slavery on ships? Who had their names taken away from them? Who lost their heritage? Who lost their language? Ish, when I say Ish, you know I mean Israel. They haven't lost their original language. They haven't lost their customs. They were suffering for 6 years in Germany. And Genesis chapter 15 verse 13 says that the Israelites will go into captivity for 400 years, which is 1619 to 2019, when a lot of us woke up and got more spiritual and biblical. Like, I talked to rappers that was on badness. I talked to people that I was doing criminality shit with 20 odd years ago, and they're all speaking about the Bible these days. We're not talking about badness. We're not talking about going out and doing drills or whatever stupidness we used to do in the past. We're focused on doing what's right. Yeah, well, anyway, that's enough of that shit. Let's make some music. Yeah, I just got to get this computer on. I want to tidy the desk and just get all this crap off the desk. Fingers crossed this microphone is working well as well. And yeah, I just need to sort out this crap, and then I'll get the computer on. This is what tidying up means. It means throwing everything on the side. I can sort it out later anyway. Now, I've said this in every video. And you can see that for yourself. 3 sounds. Admittedly, one of the sounds was 2 different sounds layered. And this is everything from Xenology Pro. So I typed in bell, but then I chose the magic box. On top of the, sorry, I'm burping. On top of the Magic Box, I added Baby Audio created a plugin called Baby Comeback, which is a really cool effect. It's like a delay and it has the ping pong, so the left and right. I really love it for that. I said this in another video, but I got in touch with Baby Audio and said, look, you guys don't have it online anymore. I know you used to have it on your website. Please, I really need a copy. And they were kind enough to send it to me. If you want their freebie bundle, they do have freebies as well. I will make sure I put the link to that in this video as well. So Baby Audio, really cool. Yesterday, I received 2 plugins from Producer Sources. Thank you, Producer Sources. You guys know I love you, man. You know I love you guys. And I really try and support them. So I'll be doing a review on Urbania VST. I need that on this channel. And I'll be doing a review on Retro Buddy, that came out, I think it came out in September last year, and I've only got my hands on it yesterday. Like I said, I'm always in Zonology. I love Zonology, but when the people I know, like when my friends are making new plugins, I'm like, yeah, let me test that, let me check it out. Urbania, I actually tested before it went on sale on Producer Sources, but as I keep saying, my old channel got lost, it just got deleted, it's just a shame. So I want to redo the Urbania review just so people can hear what it sounds like. And Retro Buddy is another really good one, both of which can be found on Producer Sources. I will make sure I link those as well. So I'll put the Baby Audio freebies in case anyone wants a freebie. I will put the Urbania VST, instrument VST there as well. And I'll put Retro Buddy as well, which is another instrument VST. But yeah, let's get on with this production, and I'm going to throw some drums on it. Now that is done, I've played in all the sounds. I play in every sound individually, so I've played in every instrument sound myself, as you know. So I've played in the bell, I've played in the bass, I've played in like the synth sound, music box, whatever the hell else I put in there. And what was I going to say? Yeah, so every individual drum sound, every intricate sound, I am playing in myself. So as I was doing that with my fingers, I was playing it in with my right hand as well, playing in the bongo. So basically, with music production, I'm just filling in gaps. I'm just filling in gaps and finding little pockets where I can put sounds and stuff. And that's just how I build it up. I'm now going to play in the 808. You're not going to hear the 808 well because I've done this cook up using the internal speakers. I really love making music with the internal speakers. I did do a cook up on the soundbar the other day, but with respect to the neighbors and blah, 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 I don't always do it. Weekdays, I mean, today's a Sunday, but weekdays like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, during daytime, like morning between 9 and 12, I don't mind making music because people are generally at work. But yeah, weekends especially, I just use the internals. You're not really going to hear the bass. You are, but you're not. So whatever. I'm going to play in the bass and I'm going to play it all through at the end. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Apologies if I ranted a little bit earlier. It's just how I am. That's just how I speak, man. And I've always been like that. So yeah, love it or hate it, whatever. Thank you again for watching. If you enjoy the content, please click the like button. It just helps the algorithm. It's not going to cost you anything, and it just helps boost my videos. It just helps YouTube realize, okay, these videos are okay. If you want to support the channel, feel free to share the content. You can share it on your own YouTube page or on your whatnot, on your timeline. You can share stuff like on normal social media. What else? If you like the music, that I create, you can get in contact to buy it. I do have a BeatStars account, but I usually urge people to email me with their requirements so I can work with their budget. And that's music for advertising, podcast intros, you know, YouTube bits and bobs, social media. People use it in their reels, use a lot of my music. But yeah, if you want anything, get in touch. I'll get you sorted. Again, thank you for watching. I'll play everything through at the end, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye. Right, I'm just using the internal mic for this, so this might sound a bit crap, but let's see if we can hear the 808. I'm not sure if this is going to work, so I'll turn the camera around. and I'll hit play. Yeah, we'll see if that works. Anyway, I'm going to play it all through at the end, and thank you again for watching. Bye-bye.